So Aaron Rodgers is already trying to act like Superman coming back from his Achilles injury. That would be insane to come back 3 months after it because that's not an easy injury to recover. But there's also maybe even more motivation for Aaron Rodgers to play next season in 2024. Now, why would that be? Well, based on how the NFL does their schedules with you get, you know, no, excuse me, you get 4 AFC matchups right off the bat, right? You face another division. So for the pack, or that we'll use the Jets' sake, for the Jets' sake, they would face one division in the NFC, but they're also now with the 17th game, they're also going to face an additional team. So that team would be coming from the NFC North. Now, right now with the standings, it appears that team would be the Packers. So just if you read the standings, in the NFC East, it's Miami at 8-3, Buffalo at 6-6, the Jets at 4-7, and the Patriots at 2-9. So right there, it looks very likely the Jets are going to finish third. And then in the NFC North, it gets a little more jumbled. You don't know quite where Green Bay is going to finish. Detroit's at 8-3, Minnesota is at 6-6, Green Bay is at 5-6, so Chicago is at 4-8. So definitely 2 through 4 in that division could get mixed up a little bit still. But if they did, the Packers and Jets finish in the same place, Aaron Rodgers, if he was playing on the Jets, would be able to play at Lambeau Field. And I certainly have my thoughts on this, but Jake, do you think that's extra motivation for him to come back if he even needs it already? But not only this season, but for next season to the Jets.
I mean, I think it is. Aaron Rodgers is getting to play against his old team and, actually, trying to make a statement, especially playing against Jordan Love, the quarterback who he's mentored, for, I think, 2 years before he left for the Jets. Um, yeah, I think that is motivation for Aaron Rodgers to come back.
I think so too, because I think he has like when you take a look at you remember Brett Favre, right?
Yeah,
Brett Favre, he had a famous quote. I wanted to play anybody who'd play the Packers. Minnesota played him twice. That was about after he left the Jets. About a year later, he went to the Vikings, of course, and did play the Packers. Brett Favre had a pretty big ego. He had a pretty big arm too. Aaron Rodgers probably has an even bigger ego. And
bigger.
Aaron Rodgers is a three-time
Yeah,
MVP. You understand why he would have a big ego. Three-time, maybe it might even be four. I don't exactly remember, but Rodgers is up there. So that, along with his ego, now that it's had time to sit a little bit, he might be thinking, man, well, the Packers, they really did never get me any receivers. Kind of not too happy about that. The Packers, their general managing was questionable. They drafted Jordan Love in 2020. I kind of want some revenge. So that might be even more interesting if Jordan Love is still there next year. But yeah, I think it's all the motivation in the world, especially Aaron Rodgers. He's 40. He's going to be 41 next season if he plays. It's all the motivation in the world, to come back, and especially, but that's going to be the real debate too. Jake, can he even play like at this rate in his 40s? Because everyone wanted to be Tom Brady, right, and play into their
yeah.
40s. But once you get hit, like Rodgers got hit, it's not so easy.
I thought he should retire before he went to the Jets, but that's just my opinion on that. On that, but we'll see. He obviously came back and played, and then tore his Achilles 4 snaps into the season. But we'll see what he does next year.
I think I disagree a little bit. I mean that I get that. I think if he wanted to go to the Jets, that's fine. But now I would probably retire because Achilles are serious, and if you get that injured again, that's gonna have after playing effect. So of course he's still a millionaire. He's still gonna enjoy his life, but you don't want to get into a Theismann situation where you break your leg or something, or an Alex Smith situation. If you're Rodgers, so once you're 40, once you're sometimes the body it can't take the hits like it used to. So with Rodgers, we'll have to see. But yeah, he's motivated. He's for sure motivated. If you see any of his social media, he's ready to go.